This is the Mind of the Meanie. Here are your hosts, the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard.
Peace, world, and welcome everybody to the Mind of the Meanie, your weekly peek into the world, according to former WWE superstar and ECW original, the Blue Meanie. We'll cover wrestling, music, movies, sports, and lots of useless knowledge, all contained in the Mind of the Meanie. I'm your tour guide, Adam Barnard, and he is the Blue Meanie. Meanie! I take my headphones off for that one. What's on your mind?
Man, I took a nap and I'm ready for another nap. Doing good, man. Doing good, my friend. Trying to get back on planet Earth.
Yeah.
As we record here on Friday the 19th, 7:30. Had a full day, had a full last 2 weeks, but finally coming back to Earth, got to spend a couple weeks with the AEW crew. Did a project today, a kayfabe project that I can't talk about, which is really driving me nuts, but which called for an early day, but came home, promptly had some dinner, fell asleep on the couch, and then
Love it.
to do the podcast. Here we are, my friend. I'm ready to go back to bed, but I am here and I am a full participant in this podcast. So thank you for being here, sir. Let's see where this journey takes us. So, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Dude, I had the weirdest sensation. I woke up, got out of bed, I went up to bed, took a nap, came down the hall, destroyed the bathroom.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Well done.
Walked in the hall. I was like, oh my God, I smell something. And it wasn't that. But I remember I got a little podcast studio, which is like in the back of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot that, like, the last time I recorded, I cracked the window a little bit just to get a breeze. I forgot to put it back down.
Oh no!
So I got panicked. I just realized somebody in the alleyway, across the alleyway, was grilling. So I'm like, "What is that smell of burning? What is that smell of burning?" So I was just like running around like a dog going. Somebody's just making cheeseburgers. So that and I'm not having a stroke because they say when you're having a stroke, you smell toast. But
is that true?
Yeah. That's a theory. That when you if you smell, most people who have a stroke, smell toast.
Well, the next time I have a stroke, I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted on that one. I hope it doesn't happen, but in the event that it does, and I can, things aren't bad, I can do it. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I'm glad. I that might be the name of the episode now. Somebody's making cheeseburgers, because I think me personally, I'd be more concerned.
Cheeseburger or stroke?
I'd be more concerned if I was in the bathroom and I'm like, why does it smell like cheeseburgers? This is probably an issue. I should probably see a physician. But
dude, I joked that I ate so much catering at AEW that I shit pure sirloin. Because
my God,
wrapped it in casings and resold it.
I'm so jealous, man. Also, too, I want to just start at the top of the show before we shout out the pod squad here. Shout out to the fine people at AEW, man. Like, just honestly, like, I'm not saying it for any other reason. Like, there's a whole thing about people getting paid from the dirt sheets and all like this bullshit. I don't get any money from AEW. I don't get any money from WWE. I don't get any money from TNA. However, I know two guys that would like to, get some of that. If you could throw some of that our way. But they're fantastic, man. AEW's team, their media team is just incredible. They're Tony's great. Like, again, I think I shared this before, but I'll share it again. I was at the Ring of Honor post show where I think there was a guy there in the main event that I remember. He was a colorful guy. He was a specific color, right? I don't remember who it was. No, I'm kidding. And I got to ask Tony a question at the end, and he remembered me, and that goes a long way with me, right? Like this is a guy who runs a multi-billion-dollar business. He remembered me and my name, and that meant a lot to me. So that was wonderful. So it was a wonderful time.
Tony's great.
Just amazing. Just an amazing guy.
Tony's great. That whole crew's great. Yeah, that whole crew's great, from Tony all the way down. Like I say, everybody on the show is important, from the the owner to the wrestlers to the production people to the media people to the people who sell concessions to the people who tear tickets. Everybody's important for a wrestling event. And AEW's got a great product. They got a great crew there.
Mm-hmm.
It was an amazing time, and I was fortunate enough to be allowed to sit behind the curtain and just how the machine's done. And like I said, I filmed one thing that just aired, and one thing praying air soon, because it was so well done. It was like watching a movie, and I can't believe I got to do something that cool. But AEW, great people all around.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we had a wonderful time in the media row there. Again, I got to watch a lot of great wrestling. That was the thing too. I know, shout out to the homie Muscle Man Malcolm. He was trying to do some content there, and I was like, again, like there's a lot of people that I wanted to see wrestle, and I never had a chance to. And it was like, now I get to see them in this super intimate venue, right? Like literally like 3 seats away, 2 seats away from the front row and the ring, watching right in front of me. And it was pitch perfect, man. I can't say anything better. But again, I was very glad I got to watch Samoa Joe. But I did see some of your photographs that you posted recently too.
Yeah.
Fucking cool, man. That was some cool shit you had posted up. I want to start at the top here just real fast. I know we talked a little bit about Taz a couple weeks ago when they put the banner up for him. Brother. But that was what I was going to talk about. Your impression, because we're going to talk about Hey EW in a second. Your impression of Taz, man, is lighting up the fucking internet. I've seen a bunch of people talking about how good your impression was of Taz. So I just wanted to chat real fast and see if you had any thoughts or recollections of just hanging out with Taz, if that was the last time you saw him, or like hanging out.
It was great seeing Taz. Anytime we see each other, you pick up right where we left off, and Taz has always been cool to me, and I can't explain why. Taz has whatever reputation, but I remember when I was first training to be a wrestler, and I would make my trips home to visit family and then head back down to Ohio to train. Like one time I went to an ECW show on my way out of town.
Mm-hmm.
And John Pee Wee Moore, who was reffing for ECW, said, "Hey, can I ride back to Ohio with you?" I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I hung out and waited, backstage, for Pee Wee to be done. But like in typical fashion, ECW, you had to get, you waited to, they waited to pay you after everybody did their promos, which I didn't understand. He's a ref, but.
Right.
But like, there's a moment where I'm sitting there hiding, trying not to be noticed because I didn't want to get kicked out. And Taz walked by. I was like, "Hey, how you doing, sir?" And he smiled and shook my hand, and it was awesome. And then flash forward, I'm wrestling on Sabu's show, and Taz was on those shows. Greeted me with a smile, gave me a handshake. Got to go to ECW when I joined ECW. He pulled me aside. He's like, "Brother, we're getting these group jackets made. There's somebody who hasn't given me a decision yet. But if you want to, if you want a jacket, this is how much it costs. Just let me know what you want on it. And then, we'll get you a jacket." And it's the jacket that I have right behind me that I keep on my chair.
That's awesome.
And, and he was always cool to me. Never a mean word towards me, never yelled at me, even if I, made a mistake on something. It was very cool. And then here we are, 2025. Show up to the building and I see him, I see Hook, I see his wife, and just catching up on the old times. It was great to see Hook.
Oh yeah.
He's such a good dude, man. Such a respectful. I feel so old saying this, but he's a respectful young man.
He is, if I may, Meanie, a respectful young man.
Yeah. So we, chatting with him, chatting with Taz, as seeing his wife. I know I've met his wife, but in the past before, but I never assume anybody remembers me. But it was a great time. Just shooting the breeze, and catching up, before he had his big moment with the banner dropping that night. And love Taz. I do my impression of Taz, but it's always out of love and respect. So, brother,
dude,
you wear orange. You can't wear orange. That's my color.
That's so good, man.
Yeah.
Man, that was a great event, man. And again, I got a chance to this past week to talk to Kyle Fletcher, who's challenging for the.
Kyle's great too, man. I spent a lot of time talking to him, and super nice guy, super respectful guy. Hopefully, I'm not blowing his cover. I'm not killing his gimmick by saying how cool he is. But apparently, people are obsessed with his lack of socks. So
I saw that something about the promo that Hangman did with him this past week was something about his socks, and
his lack of socks. Yeah.
So everybody's stuck on it. But now he was. I blew his cover too this past week. I put the video up on the Sportster website, and what a good kid, man. Genuinely, like just a really nice guy. Got a chance to, and I'll tell you too, like that 8-man tag on the September 3rd episode of Dynamite, was some of the best live wrestling I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
And the fact, and I asked him about this, and I got to ask Tony about it on the media call the other day. The fact that like they gave Kyle that spot to go to pin, I think he pinned Kevin Knight in the match, but the fact that like they amplified him to be the guy to get the pin, and then is destructive towards Kenny Omega and is destructive towards Hangman Adam Page. Like that's a big nod, I think, from Tony Khan. I mean, that's huge to get that seal of approval from them. So great.
He's a current face and a future face.
Yeah.
The company, I can't imagine that smell when he takes off those shoes with no socks. Now I'm obsessed with it. But I go back to my early days of being a slob, and I would wear like those beach shoes, those water shoes.
Yeah.
Take those bad boys off, and you can see the cartoon green squiggles. Now I got a vision of Kyle taking his shoes off the box. Now I'm disturbed.
Oof, dude.
What's that?
I was gonna say I have a pair of those. I have a pair like that. I wore it to WrestleMania 41 this year in Vegas of all places. Mrs. Goober and I, she picked out this like it was like almost like a pastel outfit, right? It was cool. They did pictures up there online and stuff, but it was nice. I was like, God damn, this is cool.
But it was colors.
That's right. I was wearing my Easter colors for the holiday, of course. And I had these brown boat shoes that are really nice that matched, they complete the ensemble. But by the time I got done, because it wasn't just Media Row that day, right? You're going to WWE World and you're walking around getting lunch. And then, every 6 steps, somebody knows Malcolm. So you got to stay in a chat with those folks and take pictures. And but I think we were there in the convention center after, I can't remember the name of it was, but we went from the hotel to the convention center. And I think we were there for like 6 hours, right? Yeah. I took these motherfuckers off, man. Brad Feinberg, shout out to Brad Feinberg, we're the trainer to the stars. He let us stay with him and he was like, I need you to put them outside. Put them outside. It fucking stinks, dude. Are you kidding me? Get in the shower. I was like, all right. I didn't expect to smell this bad. It's not my fault.
Who's eating Funyuns?
Dude, why? It's literally filling the living room, man. Jesus Christ. It's like, I'm sorry, but
you're engulfing my nose holes. Have to go on Amazon and buy new nose holes.
Oh man, it was so bad. So bad. So I wear them sparingly because I don't want it to smell so bad. But what's the I know, like we talked about a little bit, we won't, I don't know what's coming up. You totally kayfabed me on this. I'm very excited to see it. But the Hey EW video, man. Yeah. Lots of great responses to that. What's been your favorite part about it so far? And shout out to a friend of the show, RJ City. Yeah, doing a great job over there. And congratulations on the Hey EW Hall of Fame entry as well, Wall of Fame.
Sure. I'm going to be getting that hung up soon in the background here.
Love it.
To figure out which photo I need to sacrifice in the background. Probably this one. I'll probably hang it there. But,
there you go.
And shout out to RJ City. We're not counter programming each other this week.
Yep.
On YouTube, but dude, the response has been great. Man, we filmed that on a 2 Saturdays ago, and I mean, it was I looked at it, it's like 25 minutes. I was like, did we really talk that long? I was like, when we did the whole thing, it just flew by. It didn't seem like we were talking that long at all. And I watched back and I forgot half the things I said. Wow, it's kind of like this podcast. I watched it back and I was like, "Oh, I said that." I kind of popped myself with the line where I was like, "Oh, the things we do for women, the things we do for women don't know we exist anymore." And I was like, "Where did I come up with that?" And I told RJ, I was like, "Dude, I can't believe we went 25 minutes." He's like, "Actually, we went 30, and they had to trim it down."
Wow.
But there's a lot of stuff they cut out, not for content purposes, just for time purposes. And there's a moment in the AEW where he brings up No Mercy 99
Mm.
and a certain Dwayne crop dusted me. And it's something we've talked about on the show before, but
Yes.
I popped because the shout out to the crew who edits AEW, the AEW digital broadcast team, whichever department that is. Much respect, because they inserted that like music that was like almost like unsolved mysteries type music.
Yeah.
And like when we filmed it a 2-shot, and all of a sudden it's a close up of me, then it's all of a sudden it's a close up on AJ, and like
Yeah.
I'm watching it and I'm howling with laughter because I'm just telling the story, but the way they framed it and added the music and went back and forth between me and RJ was tremendous.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was awesome to watch that. I've always been a fan of RJ and everything he does, and I was beyond thrilled when they asked me if I wanted to do it. They're like, "Would you do AEW?" I was like, "Would I? Absolutely." And did that, and then I filmed the other thing which I hope airs on AEW or Ring of Honor. It could air on either one. So, but either way, I'm proud of it, no matter what it is. But yeah, AEW was a blast to do. I forget which episode it was, but at the end, I was put in the first ever AEW Hall of Fame for my alleged contributions to comedy, and it's not a honor I take lightly. I know that it comes with a certain levity, a certain heaviness.
Of course.
I have to carry that torch forward, and for RJ to acknowledge my comedy, a guy who I find extremely funny.
Yeah.
It was awesome that he bestowed me with that honor.
And we're going to give you a yo cuz for that one.
Yo cuz.
We're also going to give you a fart, celebratory, sir, and a salute to you, sir, the inaugural AEW Hall of Fame inductee.
Yeah.
We were going to talk about television's Rock the Dwayne Johnson, and we're going to talk about the Smashing Machine in a second, but
oh yeah,
the Pod Squad is here. So good evening to the Pod Squad. And don't forget, patreon.com/mind of the meanie. Patreon.com/mind of the meanie. Sign up today, and tiers start at just $10 American. But there's a comment in here I really wanted to highlight for you here, Meanie, and I want to talk about this because Machete hit me with something just now, and if you run the video back, you can see the minute I see it, and I'm trying to keep it together. But I'm going to pull this up here, and I want to read it. Machete Von Kill Pod Squad member says, I'm pretty positive the dude 4 chairs down from us at GCW last Friday shit himself twice during the show.
Or maybe he shit himself once before he got to the show. Oh my God.
It's the shits.
I can't remember what regular air smells like.
Good Lord. How do you do that?
My blessings to you, Machete Von Kill. Sorry that you had to endure that. But then again, maybe it was just his Friday. Maybe it was just Friday for that guy, Maybe he thought he was going to allure you with his scent.
He was trying to court Machete with his essence.
Yeah. He hit the wrong button.
My God, his pheromones are poo. That's disgusting. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Lord, man. Honestly, and I hate, like, I have a very sensitive sense of smell. Very sensitive. And I can smell halitosis of the breath. And it's horrendous. Right. And the last time I went to a GCW show in Vegas, and it just happens to be the same thing. There was a guy sitting a couple rows or a couple seats down from me that every time he would talk, it was just like, Brother, that is medieval times bad. Like, I need you to go to the dentist expeditiously because that is, you have something, like, there's something wrong. And I just can't imagine trying to enjoy a good wrestling show because GCW puts on a great fucking show. Like, their show was incredible in Vegas.
Yeah.
But having to be surrounded by someone's internal essence the entire time is horrific. Vanessa's here and she says, too much protein.
He ate he had 2 servings of what the fuck before the show.
Ruined. I think what bothers me the most is he ruined a perfectly good pair of drawers going
Yeah.
to the show. But
you know it's bad when somebody has shit stains on the outside of their jeans.
Oh my god, dude! Wait, like, okay, all right. I'll tell this story.
Please.
I went to a specific WWE meet and greet event with my daughter, and I won't tell you which one, but we were standing in line, and there was a gentleman there who had a dirty white long t-shirt on, but not like too long, right?
Yeah.
It was gnarly looking. Like, it was like the yellow stains, like it hadn't been washed. And he had a pair of gray, like sweat pant short type of material. You know what I mean? Like a
baby.
Sweatpants, baby. And he had a stain, a marking.
Yeah.
On the backside of his bottom, in the general periphery of his butt. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, was this a decision you made before you left the house? Like, did you do this on purpose? And if you did, why did you not change? Like, and he very clearly hadn't showered either, which, like, to me, it's like, but he had like electronics, he had stuff with him that he bought. Like, I just don't understand how can you not cleanse before you go into, I just don't get it, man. And it's like, you're standing next to these people for a photograph and Meanie, I like, what? Like, that was a choice to leave the house like this. I don't get it.
We all know what those stains on his t-shirt were, you know.
Ripping it apart. Yeah. That's what you're talking about. Maybe he grew up in a Catholic home too. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know for sure. But
yeah, he was target practicing before, you know. He went, oh shit, I gotta go to the meet and greet.
Oh my god.
The back of his pants looked like a hanky from a smoking commercial, you know. They used to have to, back in the day that commercial for, was it Topol?
Yeah.
For smoker's breath, and they show the guy blowing through the hanky and how the nicotine comes on the outside of the hanky. It's like Topol. Is it called Topol?
Oh my god, dude! It was
he farted, and his fart was like the hanky on, like the smoker's breath on the hanky.
Oh my god! And it was so clear, like you could not miss it. It was there, and I'm going, you are about to take a photograph with.
Well, they're not shooting my back.
But
they're not shooting my back, pal.
You're gonna be standing next, like, oh my god, what are we? Oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Jesus, Mary, Casey, and JoJo is what I should say. But like, what the fuck, dude?
He walks and you just hear his cheeks go.
Yeah, like a dog with peanut butter stuck to the roof of its mouth.
Like mom making macaronis.
Oh my god, it's so gross.
Which is a sound I use for something else, but
Right.
it's a family show.
Oh yeah, we're a family program here. We're a family. We're good. Oh my god, I had to bring this up. I'm sorry. We got a bunch. Just lit up the chat here, man. Harpo's actually Jesse Brown will start here. He says, "Need to eat that Activia shit." Yes, sir. Yes, it's good for gut health. How is your gut health today?
Activia.
Every time Malcolm comes over now, he's like, "Hey, how's your gut health?" I'm like, "Why do you?"
Every time I hear,
why do you keep asking me?
Oh my god, I can't think of the comedian. Wanda Sykes.
Yes.
About Jamie Lee Curtis can't take a shit. What's she eating Activia for? Jamie Lee Curtis can't take a shit. You know, Activia.
Machete says
it's bad Greek yogurt, right? You know,
it's just a bunch of probiotics. It's Greek yogurt that left out in the sun for a little bit longer, I guess.
It's like leftover Dannon. You know, they sell it to Activia and probiotics.
Yeah, we put the special probiotics in it for you, pal. It's going to clear you right the fuck out. Don't look at the ingredients and don't smell it. Just drink it, okay?
Yeah.
Machete says Harpo's in Detroit smells like, I think she means smells like that to begin with. Like as soon as you walk in, you smell it. Now add poo to it, and it's rough. Ay caramba. Derek is here. He says some dude with stank breath is always running around saying this dude's feet in Vegas. Oh, he was wearing socks. That's right. He was. He definitely was. It was the battle of the scents between my feet and his breath. Ay caramba.
It's the scene where you see two oceans meet.
That's right. Yep. It's the irresistible force meets the immovable object is what we had there going on in Vegas. I think the breath was worse. Vanessa says, I worked with the guy who had shit stains. Oh, God, I quit. I can't. Nope, that's it. Constantly on the back of his pants every day, all day. I just don't know how that happens.
Does anybody love that person?
I hope someone's looking out for them.
Dude, if I had the slightest hint of whatever, Mrs. Meanie go, like this morning, we're about to leave the house for the kayfabe project. She's like, go brush your teeth. Like, yes, dear. I went and brushed my teeth and I gargled with mouthwash.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, somebody loves me.
I got
the
water pick Jones.
Like Mrs. Meanie will like pick at me like a mother, chimp, taking care of her young. She doesn't want me to look stupid. She does her best to make me look good. Somebody doesn't love that person.
They must not, man. Mrs. Goober got me one of those water pick Johns that I use to clean out my teeth. I have a cavity up here I got to get fixed. Yeah. It's been going on for a long time, and sometimes I get food stuck up in there.
Yeah.
Every once in a blue moon, like I try to take really good care of my teeth, right? Even though they're all kind of fucked up, and I got this like a buck tooth here. But anyway, try to take as good as care of my teeth as I can, because that's a sentence. But yeah, I still got the water in the back there and it just clears it out. And then there's no smell anymore. So I'm like, oh, I got to do this every day. Like I am so hyper aware because my sense of smell is so strong. I'm like, if I even remotely think for a second that I got butt funk or I have armpit funk.
Yeah.
No, sir. No, sir. I'm getting in the shower and I'm cleaning my clothes. And in fact, I'm putting them in the laundry right away because it's not good.
I don't have a water pick, but I do the poor man's water pick where if I'm in the shower, I get the detachable shower head and put it on the power thing. Yeah, I just aim it at my mouth and I look like a dog drinking from a water hose.
It's actually a great idea, though. I mean, it works.
Yeah, that thing's got a dual purpose. If you know what I mean.
Nah.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. Yep.
Part water pick, part bidet.
That's right.
Part lover.
Part-time lover.
Yeah.
Travis says he gambled on a fart and lost big time, pal.
He bet the house.
He sure did.
Yeah.
He shit his britches.
I'll be near somebody that stinks. I go, I'm willing to shit my pants just so it smells better in here.
Dear wrestling fans, wash your ass and your hands. Yes, please do. Derek says, wash your ass. Wrestling Alliance, WYA.
In the words of Red Fox, fellas, you don't have to wash your whole ass. You just got to wash your asshole.
I'm thinking about Carlin's thing where he's talking about asshole, armpits, crotch, and teeth.
Yeah, and if you're in a rush, use the same brush on all four parts.
That's right. You save time by using the brush on all four parts.
Yeah, and it pays off.
It works, man. If you're in a pinch, you got to go. You got to go. Do the teeth first, and then do the rest. You don't want to start at the bottom and work your way up. That's trust me.
Live a little.
You don't want to do that. Yeah.
Live a little.
Gamble, pal.
Yeah.
Greg Alker, who definitely flirted with a mannequin and tried to make out with it. I was there. I saw it. Says, AB, hate to tell you, but now that you're on the other side of 40, you'll be surprised at how often you come to having public poopy pants. Khaki shorts are risky these days. Brother, we're clenching. We're touching cotton. Okay. There's no chance of that shit escaping. Literally.
You're planking in your car,
Yep. Oh my God, dude, that's the worst. It's like my ass and my guts know when I'm almost home. And it's like, let's make this the most painful experience of all time.
You know what we call it in the Meanie household? Your ass is connecting to the home Wi-Fi.
It's true. It's true. Every time I get literally, I'll be pulling up on fucking Geo Carlson and it starts and it's like, why is this happening? And then sometimes I'm legit doubled over in pain. Like it's like and half the time it's just gas, but the other time it's like, I'm glad I made it home as fast as I did.
And just trying to get your keys out of your fucking get your keys ready to, put in the lock. It's like you're in a horror movie trying to escape a killer, Oh, which one's the key? Which one's the key? And then you're bingo stamping your underwear.
Just literally fumbled around. And then the worst is I've done this before. I drop the keys and then I have to, I'm like, you'll hear me from Downingtown go, oh, fuck. And I gotta pick the keys up and I gotta bend over. Like, oh my God.
Hopefully you drop them on the top step so you can go down 2 steps and walk and stand next to it. And get it with the pinky like your grabber machine.
Yep. Yep. Oh my God, dude. Horrible. Absolutely terrible. Vanessa says, yep, and that coworker used to work in the garden center in the heat.
Maybe it was mulch, butt mulch.
Yeah, could have been butt mulch. He had the fertilizer right fresh from the tap. He couldn't wipe himself, it seems, so he didn't. Glad I don't have a sense of smell. Oh man, he climbed ladders too. Good Lord. Ay caramba. Jesse says, I had a turd slam on brakes the other day, hit a bump at the mower, and I went, oh, yeah, been there, brother.
Yeah.
Been there. And then Derek says, bingo stamp in your underwear. I'm dead. That's what you do, man. Call out bingo when that happens.
You prairie dogging it.
That's right, man.
I'm crowning.
Yeah. I got a turtle head poking out. But I'm gonna give you a fart on that one. But yeah, it's man, it's been there's been some close calls, man. I'll tell you. But I just want to beg and plead once again. So Palooza is coming up this weekend. When you hear this, it'll already be done. And all out's coming up this weekend. But when you hear it, it'll already be done. But one thing that won't be done is that bar of deodorant and that bar of soap that you purchase before you go to the show. So please, PSA from Mind of the Meanie. Please bathe. Wear deodorant.
Wash your ass.
Wash your ass, please.
Wash your tits.
Because we will stand behind you and say this.
I can't remember what regular air smells like.
We will say it to you.
Yeah.
But one thing I do want to say real fast as we pivot hard on this one, because I don't know how to pivot out of this one, so I'm just going to go with something else.
Yeah.
I got a chance to watch, speaking of television's Rock the Dwayne Johnson, I got a chance to preview, actually, his new film, his motion picture, Smashing Machine.
Nice.
A24 film. Shout out to the good people at A24. Got to watch it for the Sportster. It was absolutely great film. It was directed by Benny Safdie, who directed Uncut Gems, and fantastic flick. I will say, man, Dwayne can act his fucking ass off.
Yeah,
like just phenomenal performance by Rock. I was very impressed. The movie's about UFC legend Mark Kerr, and I highly recommend go out of your way to check it out. It was really well done.
Yeah, if you have a chance, there's a documentary too by the same name, The Smashing Machine. Probably one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. And when I found out The Rock was doing this, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be great.
Yeah. And
then to watch his transformation, into Mark Kerr was really cool. Got himself into physical shape, start doing MMA training, and you go and watch. I've watched the trailer, and it's almost like I'm looking at Mark Kerr,
Yeah.
But if you get a chance, watch the documentary. One of the best documentaries I've seen. It's got to be. I'm sure it's out there on some streaming service or maybe even YouTube at this point. It's almost 20 years old. This documentary came out, but congratulations to The Rock. Everything I've heard about has been great.
Yeah.
It's cool to see Rock take on a serious role like this. He does a lot of action stuff, but to see him dive into a deep role like the story of Mark Kerr is very cool, and I can't wait to see it. So, when's it coming out? Do you know?
I want to say I'm actually looking it up right now as we speak. Looks like it's going to be released on October 3rd publicly. I know it's making the rounds right now with a lot of the there's an LA premiere. I think the LA premiere is next week, and the New York premiere is I think sometime around the same time. but it officially releases on October 3rd. So I highly recommend you go out of your way. And the reason I brought it up is because I know there's been conversation and discourse recently, which there always is, about who's the best like crossover star from wrestling into acting.
Yeah.
And historically, my answer would have always been Dave. Actually, I should say this. Let me try again. Friend of the show, Dave Bautista. Which, Dave, welcome to join us anytime. But Dave, just fantastic range, incredible actor. I'm going to put Dwayne at the top of the list now, man. Like this was, and I won't give it, like I said, I won't give too much away, but again, the transformation of Dwayne into Mark Kerr, and you get to see his mannerisms. You get to see the real Mark Kerr at a certain point. And it was like, he was literally Mark Kerr on the screen. And just blown away by how good he was. And I hope that people who may have doubted him and his ability to act will come out of this movie with a renewed sense of how good he really is. And I hope that it does. I hope it leads him into more serious, dramatic territory, because he's got the range for it, man. He's got the chops. I was thoroughly impressed by that film.
I am not surprised at it by any means. Rock has just always been a natural entertainer. You go back and watch home videos of him as a kid, cutting promos, and then watch him get into the foray of acting through, the Scorpion King and all the way to where he is now. I mean, talk about a long list of, successful movies, that he's done, but getting into this, and doing this serious, as serious a role as this is, I'm excited to see it, because like I said, I've loved the documentary. Probably one of the best documentaries I've ever seen, The Smashing Machine. And I can't wait to see this movie when it comes out October 3rd.
Yeah. And keep it tuned to the Sportster as well, because I got some conversations coming up with a couple of the stars, including Ryan Bader, Bas Rutten, who's in the movie. And then also, I think I'm going to get to talk to the director as well. Still working on a couple of things there, but very excited about that. So keep it tuned. Dwayne, also too, friend of the show, as we know. If you're out there, buddy, I'm available whenever you call. So, but listen, it was fantastic. Let me see what here. Travis says, my favorite, and you spelled favorite with a U. You outed yourself as Canadian. Is Rowdy Roddy Piper, but he definitely wasn't as successful as Dwayne. I'll tell you, man, Piper had some chops too.
Yeah.
Like Piper was fucking great in everything I've ever seen him in.
Absolutely.
So
that comment was so Canadian. I smelled maple syrup when I read it.
Like it's like the poutine is just dripping off of it right now. It's just
don't talk to me about poutine, man.
Oh, man. Fucking, you're gonna hear us slam it underneath the table here. It's gonna be. I can't wait to have some poutine.
You see my camera rise up like poutine.
I'm gonna put on some mood music for that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But no, I mean, it's like I said, it was a great flick. So definitely go out of your way to check it out. Jesse says, have you ever seen Piper's music video? I have not.
Have I? No, it's great. He just sung something about being somebody's man and I'm your man or whatever, but it's kind of cheesy, but it's good. It's really good.
I'll have to check it out for you. But I got one last thing we'll talk about here before we get into our favorite segment of the program, sir. We got a lot of wrestling coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
And kind of going to give you a couple of matches in between the cards here. We try to keep up as much as we can. Just want to know your thoughts about like John Cena. I know we talked about it a little bit, but the John Cena and Brock Lesnar match is like all over the internet right now, and people talking about it. They're very excited about it. What's your take on John Cena's, final match with Brock Lesnar?
Is this the final match with Brock? I was
with Brock. Yeah,
that's still to be had, but hey, man, it's going to be one for the ages. I think. Talk about two guys who've had a feud. Over the last couple decades, and it kind of came up together. From OVW to where they are now. It's going to be great. Hopefully it's not one where like the one SummerSlam where he just Johnny got suplexed for a half hour and they finally pinned him. Like he toyed with him like a lion, playing with his food there. But it's I don't. Brock's matches are pretty smart, in the way he does them. And I think it's gonna be a one to talk about.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, man. Like I said, we're coming to the end of the John Cena run, and I know we talked about it a lot, but I kind of wish in hindsight he hadn't gone heel. Knowing what I know now,
Yeah.
seeing how
There's
seeing
plenty
how
of
well
matches.
he did.
There's plenty of matches that could have been had, but
Yeah. And I feel like they could have had in hindsight, right? They could have had him and Cody, Pastor Cody, of course, they could have had the SummerSlam match that they had at WrestleMania. And I think it would have gone over a lot better than their WrestleMania main event did, at least in my humble opinion.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for it. There's lots of great wrestling coming out. Lots of good stuff, and you can watch it all this weekend, which is why we're recording it right now. One last thing before we go, actually, before we do our Ask Meanie segment, I'm going to be in Orlando this weekend, going to the Halloween Horror Nights, and
Nice.
I want to know if you have any haunted houses coming up in your world. Pretty soon.
No, me and Miss Me aren't really haunted house type people.
Mm.
It's usually if something jumps out at me, I'm usually going to be throwing hands. We have that one that's near us here in South Philly, and I think they filmed some of the movie Terrifier at this one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I went through it once, and I was like, that was an experience, but never again. I just don't
Yeah.
like walking around on edge with knowing that something's going to jump out at me, and I'm not allowed to do anything about it. So.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who love these things, and it's awesome you're getting to go down there
Yeah.
to experience that. So, kudos to you. But
Thank you, sir.
and Halloween is Mrs. Meanie's, WrestleMania.
That's true.
She's currently working on her outfit, and it's gonna be hilarious. But yeah, as far as scary stuff jumping out at you. It's weird because I'm into ghosts, I'm into UFOs, I'm into
Mhm.
all that. But when it comes to manufactured terror, humans scare me, and I can't do anything to them back legally. That's a hard pass, bro. That doesn't work for me, brother.
Because it doesn't work for me, brother. Honestly, I'll let you know too. I am also not a haunted house person. I don't like having the shit scared out of me.
Yeah.
But I am going because I want to go experience the White House, and obviously to have to work. But I'm very excited. I'm going with Malcolm, which is always an adventure. So I know we're going to hopefully find a Waffle House at some point before we go down there. Or maybe I don't know if there's any in Florida.
You're definitely going to eat good.
Oh my God, always. Yeah. I wonder, I'm probably going to Google that at some point. I'm going to look that up. But good sir, I have a thing I was going to ask. A question, I think. Gonna be, oh yeah. Are you ready to ask Meanie?
I would love to. It's time to ask me anything. Ask me something.
And don't forget to tweet us your questions using the hashtag AskMeanie, and we may ask them on the program. Sir, what you sipping on today?
Oh shit, yeah, I got it. I actually remembered. I actually remember putting in the fridge.
Oh, word?
Another one of Guy Fieri's Flavortown gimmicks, Huckleberry Cobbler.
Ooh, that actually sounds pretty solid. What's in that?
Yeah. I think it's blueberry pie.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Or huckleberry, where the fuck a huckleberry is.
Ooh, that's good stuff, man.
You ever see those at the supermarket?
I'm into it, man. I'm into it.
I'm digging it.
I have the usual today. I have the cheap shit from Aldi, which is going to lead into our first question today. It's the sparkling frost. Let me try that one again. Sparkling frost, pink grapefruit, because words are hard, Carl. This one's right here. So we're going to crack these open. Sandman these bitches. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah.
Actually, one-handed that one.
That was a good one, yeah.
Got it all in my glasses now.
What does it smell like?
Actually, very kind of floral, maybe. I don't know.
Interesting. And where did you get those from again?
Aldi. It's
Aldi.
It's a Waterloo brand.
Oh,
Sorry, ShopRite.
ShopRite. I will have to make a trip and go to the ShopRite.
Yeah, they're not too bad. Not too bad. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I did. They were on sale, so I was like, fuck that. Yeah. Not fuck that. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm
taking it. Yep. Blessings to the blessed one, Goof of Duty. Beers, cheers, beers, sir. Pinkies up. Oh, it's good stuff. Good shit. All right, our first question of the night comes from Attaboy.
Booger Presley.
First question of the
Why
night.
don't they call you Booger?
First question of the night comes from Matt from Dover. Wants to know, hey, Meanie, any chance of the return for the pumpkin pie seltzer?
Dude, I'm begging.
Yeah.
It's on you, Aldi, I should say. I say Aldi because every time I look at that logo, I think it's a car parts store, but Aldi's actually a food store. I gotta remind myself each and every time. But dude, I wish. You know, I bought like 8 cases of it like 2 years ago, and it lasted almost a year because I save them. I save certain ones just for the show.
Yeah,
and to keep it topical. And that one landed. That flavor lasted a while.
it did. I was gonna say it lasted. It went almost a year.
Yeah,
I think it was. Yeah,
July. I'm drinking pumpkin pie, whatever. I was like, that's fucking dedication.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
David from Quakertown wants to know, Meanie, what is your favorite non-franchise Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
Ooh, non-franchise Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm trying to remember which ones are not franchise. Yeah, not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Because Predator's a franchise.
Yes,
He wasn't in all of them. So
no.
Man.
Oh, God,
That's so hard because Terminator was a franchise. Predator was a franchise. He wasn't in all of them, though. I'll have to say Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, that was the first one that popped into my mind, too. I'm going back through his. It's not a tumor.
There's like so many factors in there because the dad who's there to kidnap the kid was the bully in one of my other favorite movies, 3 O'Clock High. He played Buddy Revell. And then you go to learn that the school where they filmed Kindergarten Cop is like a stone's throw away from the Goonies house.
Oh, no shit.
Like if you're in the porch of the Goonies house, you can see the school where they filmed Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
If you go watch the documentary, The House From, a documentary by my good friend Tommy Avalone, went all the famous movie houses. And he went to the Goonies house, and they basically show you, you can look across the way and see the school from Kindergarten Cop. So I'd probably have to say Kindergarten Cop. There are a lot of good one-liners in there, and then seeing Arnold working with kids. Art Linkletter said, "Kids say the darndest things," and it was cool to watch that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go Kindergarten Cop.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
I was gonna say Kindergarten Cop, and then there were 2 movies that I remembered. One I was super disappointed in because I thought it was going to be really good, and it wasn't.
What's that?
End of Days. I really thought
like that.
I really thought I was going to enjoy it more than I did. And maybe it's been so long since I've seen it. I'll probably go back and watch it. But I just didn't enjoy it when I watched it. But it was like, again, it was like the late 90s. It was that perfect timeline with all that kind of movies and stuff that came out. But my favorite non-franchise Arnold Braunschweiger movie is Last Action Hero.
Dude.
Great fucking movie, man.
Great movie, great soundtrack.
Yes.
Now I hate myself for not thinking of that.
You could change your answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
Just because great soundtrack, a lot of self-deprecating humor in that movie. Pokes a lot of fun at himself. Pokes some fun at Sylvester Stallone too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm changing. Well, yeah. Honorable mention to Kindergarten Cop, but yeah, I'm going to have to go Last Action Hero just based off of that and the spectacular soundtrack, which had like some really great song by Alice in Chains on there. Def Leppard was on there. Queensryche, like one of the better soundtracks from that era.
Yeah. Actually, you know what's a good fucking soundtrack too is End of Days, since we're talking about it. Like that was the first, it was one of the only, I think it's the only record that Everlast and Eminem appear on together. They don't perform together, but they do. They submitted 2 songs for that record. That was right before their beef really took off at the late 90s.
And that is also the record Guns N' Roses had their first song from the Chinese Democracy song, made public.
That's right. Oh my God is the name of the record. Yep. I mean, it's a great Creed's on there, Sonic Youth, Power Man 5000, Limp Bizkit, Korn. That's a hell of a The Prodigy. Fuck, man, that's a hell of a record. I got to go back and find that. I'm sure I have it in the archive somewhere. But now I want to know, because this is Adam from Downingtown wants to know,
Yes.
out of which one was your favorite rock movie originally? The Rundown or Walking Tall?
I'd have to say Walking Tall.
Mm.
It's a remake, of the was it Buford Pusser
Yep.
character? Joe Don Baker for those
Yeah.
who are in my age range. I'd probably have to say Walking Tall because I remember the original growing up and really enjoyed it. So I'll just say Walking Tall.
Yeah, I love The Rundown. Anything Stifler's in is great, but I really enjoyed Walking Tall. I can go back because one John Knoxville is in it, or PJ, friend of the show, as he told me to call him once. And Greg Alker is here. He says Bad Influence was an awesome Eminem track. Yes, it's a couple of blended verses that he had in his arsenal for years that he ended up just putting on that record. But absolutely fantastic record if you haven't heard it.
But also. My favorite rock movie is the Game Plan.
Yes. Great flick.
Yeah. Mrs. Meanie mocked me for crying during that one.
Oh man.
There's a scene where it's easy to shed a man tear.
Yeah, it's a great movie, man. Actually, I will say that my favorite rock movie right now is Smashing Machine, but I think it's just recency bias. But it's all good, man. But we want to thank you for your questions here, sir. Actually, wait, I'm sorry, I have one more question here. Vanessa is here. And she says, did you see the footage of a UAP that the United States tried to shoot down with a Hellfire missile?
Yeah.
The missile just bounced right off. Holy shit.
Yeah, this happened October of 2024 in Yemen.
Wow.
Now, of course, there's people out there that are professional debunkers, and they always go, "Oh, it's just a balloon." And I'm like, bullshit.
Yeah.
This wasn't a fucking balloon. And for anybody who hasn't seen it, go on the YouTube, look it up. UAP Hellfire missile. This video made its debut during the congressional hearing on UAPs and transparency. One of the representatives showed it and uninterrupted, and it's probably one of the better UAP videos I've seen. Where this object, which I'll just call it an object, flying at a high rate of speed over water, and then out of nowhere, a Hellfire missile comes out of nowhere, hits it, and then the object has three pieces separate from it, and then those three pieces continue to follow the main piece in formation as it's flying over the water. And then they zoom out because the Hellfire missile didn't take it down, but it kind of knocked it off its path and knocked it out because they had it locked in or whatever device they were looking on it and knocked it out of the frame. They zoom out and you watch the main piece and the three pieces continue to fly off. Now, for those who want to say it's a balloon, it's not a fucking balloon because if you remember, I guess it was during the pandemic or slightly after pandemic. There was that Chinese spy balloon that was flying over the United States.
Right. I remember that.
And they were waiting for it to go over a body of water so they get to shoot it down so it doesn't land on somebody's house and somebody sues the government, right?
Right.
But when you watch them shoot that balloon, that thing just, hung for a second and then just dropped.
Yeah.
This thing that was, shot with a Hellfire missile over in Yemen over a body of water. That thing was flying at a high rate of speed, got hit. The pieces that flew off, instead of going everywhere, just reformed and started flying behind it in formation.
Whoa.
So probably one of the better. Look, I look at everything with a skeptical eye. It's so hard.
Of course.
Nowadays, everything, what people could do with AI, you have to be a little bit, cautious.
Of course.
But the fact that, they showed this during the congressional hearing and they had a lot of military people who were testifying that day. And they had those military folks going, have you seen anything in our arsenal that can withstand a shot from a Hellfire missile? And each military member said no.
Jesus Christ.
So, like when the military members of our military look at that and go, "No, that's something to consider." And if
Absolutely.
I think if it was BS, they would have called BS right there on the stand because they're under oath too.
Right.
But yeah, and then another video came out. Interview Ross Coulthart interviewed a former. I don't know what branch of military is, and I'll send you the video.
Please do.
There's this thing in the UAP world called psionics.
Okay.
People who claim to have the ability to mentally call UAPs, like send them a signal.
Interesting.
And this guy presented a piece of video where he claims he has called the UAP. They show something land, and then they show some sort of shapeshifter. Now, take it for what it's worth. You know, I haven't watched the full video, but it's something that just came across the meanie desk
Right.
in a couple of days. You know, I'm going to watch it in the interview in full when I get a chance, but I'll send you the link and you judge for yourself. Or we'll put it in the Facebook chat or exclusive Mine and the Meanie members Facebook chat.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, but the world of UAPs were heating up for a little bit. Then it kind of settled down a little bit, and then whistleblower Matt Brown came out, and it kind of died down a little bit. But now it's coming out that Matt Brown's been being harassed for his testimony allegedly. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, you gotta take everything with a grain of salt. But
of course,
my interest is piqued. I've been into this subject my whole life, so we'll see where that goes.
I would love to take a look at that video because now I'm interested to know why.
Did you see the Hellfire missile one?
Well, that's the one I want to go look at because I haven't even seen that one yet.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And now I'm like, what the fuck?
Then I'll send you that. I'll post the one with the interview with the guy who claims he can psionically call UAPs. So
yeah.
Which is hit or miss. It's hit
right.
or miss, if you can do it all the time, come over to my house and call one, please. I want to see one again. I saw one when I was a kid, but
I want to see it. I want to see it, please.
Absolutely.
Bring it here. But no, I would love to see it and share it in the exclusive Patreon Facebook group, which you can join if you join us at patreon.com/mindofthemeanie. But we appreciate you, and we appreciate your questions every single week. Don't forget to tweet them at us using the hashtag #meanie. You may hear them on the show, but Meanie, sir.
Oh yeah.
You know what time it is, dude. Where can everybody keep up to date with all things blue when they're not listening to the program?
If you would like to follow the Blue Meanie on all forms of social media, try that again. And if you would like to follow the Blue Meanie on all forms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Blue Meanie on all forms of social media. If you're in the Philly area, October 11th and 12th, there'll be 2 special screenings of the Raven documentary, Nevermore, The Raven Effect, at Philomoka. The screening will be followed by a special Q&A, including Raven and myself.
Ooh.
So if you want to be involved, go to philomoka.org. That's PHILAMOCA.org. Get your tickets now and watch the documentary with us. I've seen the documentary. I loved it, and I can't wait for the rest of the world to watch it as well. So to support the Blue Meanie, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Blue Meanie. Support Mind of the Meanie, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Mind of the Meanie. MadCatBeardCare.com, get the Blue Spruce Beard Oil and Balm. Shout out to my boy Josh Thornton. Doing an amazing job out there, taking care of the cats. Every dime you spend at Madcat Beard Care goes to take care of the feral cats in his neighborhood. So go to Madcat Beard Care. Go to MadCatBeardCare.com. The Ultra Pro Wrestling video game coming to all major consoles. The Ultra Pro Wrestling video game contains not only original characters created by the amazing Hal Haney, but many real-world wrestlers, including myself. Go to ultraprowrestling.com or follow them on Twitter at UPW Video Game. That's ultraprowrestling.com or follow them on Twitter at UPW Video Game. The Figure Collections Bone Crushing Wrestler Series 1 variants of the Blue Meanie are available now. All series ones can be ordered right now at shop.figurecollections.com. That's shop.figurecollections.com. Type Blue Meanie in the search bar. Get BWO Blue Meanie or regular Blue Meanie. Either way, there's no wrong choice. Have the Blue Meanie on your podcast, go to podstars.net. That's podstrz.net. Register your podcast, book the blue guy, and let's have a conversation over there at podstars.net. Cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO for birthdays, holidays, and well wishes. Please book through the site. Don't book through the app. The app takes way too much of your hard-earned money. I did a few within the last couple of weeks, and they're always fun to do. And I always like seeing the positive reviews. So go to cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO for all your well wishes and all that good stuff. So, but most importantly, Mr. Barnard, where can we find you, sir?
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter and the old TikTok. This is Goober. Yes, it's my handle. No, I'm not changing it. It's a brand, pal. Go ahead and check out my other show, Foundation Radio, by going to youtube.com/@FoundationRadioPod. Watch all my episodes in the archive there. Shout out to the homies at the 10th Ward Barbershop in downtown Lawrenceville, in the outskirts of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Go ahead and schedule your appointment today with Kane, Jordan, and the rest of the team. Excuse me, by going to 10thwardbarbershop.com. Don't forget to check out my work at the Sportster. It's been a busy couple weeks for me over there, y'all. My interviews with Bo Dallas and Kyle Fletcher are currently up now, as well as the article pieces. I want to thank them both, and shout out to the homie Jason Baker out there in Pittsburgh, PA. Wonderful guy. Looking forward to getting my chance to walk through Halloween Horror Nights, the horrors of the Wyatt Six this weekend, and I'll report back to you for next week's show of how it went. Go ahead and check me out right now at thesportster.com. Pro Wrestling Tees to support the program. One of the best ways you can do that is pick up a t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/Mind of the Meanie and pick up a shirt and keep the lights on at Casa DeMeanie, the Barnard Home for Wayward and Troubled Youth. Don't forget to go to patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie and sign up today. Meanie, I hope you know, tiers start at just $10 American, sir. $10 cash money. Go up there and sign up today. And if you look above Meanie's head right there, each and every week, I promise we bolted it in, man. I did it. I got this new monitor here, and I promise I bolted it in the same time I did that. So you're safe now.
Tremendous.
Yeah, that's tremendous work, sir. YouTube.com/@Mind of the Meanie. You can go back and check out all of our archive, going all the way back to the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2020, at youtube.com/@Mind of the Meanie. And don't forget to follow us on all forms of social media that were listed right down here. Twitter, Instagram. We have a Blue Sky, but we don't use it, but it's there just in case we decide to. So go ahead and check it out. It's good. It's good. But it's there for you in case you need it. We appreciate you, and we appreciate the Pod Squad being here with us each and every week, keeping us going. You guys are the reason we have a show. We cannot do this show without you, so we appreciate you. And we thank you for listening. Tell a friend. Tell an enemy, tell whoever you're standing with in Wawa, be like,
yeah, cause,
and get a chance to give them a good show to listen to each and every week. We will see you again, same bat time, same bat channel for the Blue Meanie. I am Adam Barnard. Join us again each and every week as we take a trip through the mind of the Meanie. Peace.
Blue World Order.
This episode of Mind of the Meanie is hosted and executively produced by the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard. It was mixed and engineered by Carl Pinnell. Additional narration is provided by the executive voice, Sam Krebs. That's me. Our intro music was performed by the Swamp Candles. Our outro music was performed by Chikara. Additional musical accompaniment is performed by Enrichment. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, or X or whatever, at Mind of the Meanie, and become part of the Pod Squad by going to patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. Find our entire show archive at mindofthemeanie.com. This has been a Butts Carlton media production. Butts Carlton, proprietor.
Blue World Order.
That was Blue Meanie's brain out.